So, I was scrolling through YouTube the other day and happened to come across this video of Schedule 1 claiming to have beaten the game without breaking the law. And so I thought, okay, cool, challenge fit. And then I clicked on it, only to be immediately disappointed. They did not beat the game without breaking the law. In fact, they broke several more laws than the average player would during a regular playthrough. I had stopped halfway through that video just to reset it so I could take notes on every law that they broke, because it was happening so much. Throughout that entire video, they managed to commit indecent exposure, jaywalking, littering, breaking and entering, trespassing, assault, vandalism, violating workers' rights by not giving breaks, disrupting the flow of traffic, tampering with police vehicles, lying on taxes saying they're from your business when they're actually from gambling, stealing a police car, not having a dealer's license to sell cars but having a car dealership, theft of services by maxing out electricity bill, oh, and also growing cannabis. In the video they say it's alright because it wouldn't normally grow, so it's not breaking the law, but then it does grow, thus breaking the law. And that's not even mentioning that some of these laws are broken multiple times. And just to be clear, I mean no disrespect to this other YouTuber, so don't go over to the channel and give them hate. I'm doing this solely for comedic purposes. The video they made was pretty good, and I do actually recommend watching that video yourself, which you can find using the link below. But that whole not breaking the law thing was a blatant lie. So, I'm here to prove how you can actually beat Schedule 1 without breaking the law. And before we jump into this video, I just want to say, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe. It only takes a second and it really helps out the channel. Okay, blatant plug aside, I have some rules for this challenge we should go over beforehand. First off, there will be no breaking the laws whatsoever. I don't care if the police in-game say it's fine. If it wouldn't hold up in a court of law in real life, then it's considered breaking the law and thus will not be tolerated. Secondly, if a law is broken before I have officially started the game, then it does not count since I was not in control. This rule is here because of reasons like the RV being parked in a place where it wouldn't be legal, and also the weed growing inside of it that we didn't have a choice of being there or not. And finally, due to there being no official ending to the game, I have created my own criteria for what beating the game would entail. And what I think beating the game would be is becoming a successful business owner by owning 2 or more businesses in Schedule 1, thus abandoning the lifestyle of selling drugs to become a proper businessman. Okay, I think we have everything laid out, so let's get right into it. Starting out day 1, we're just going to take down all of the items that we would normally use to begin a run to grow weed, and we're going to bring them over to the pawn shop to make some early cash. You might have also noticed that while I'm doing this, I don't answer the text from Uncle Nelson since that would be conspiring to commit a crime, so I just leave him on red for the rest of the run. Another thing you might have noticed is the weird paths I'm taking. This is because I'm trying to avoid the horrendous, god-awful crime of jaywalking. So we need to take these odd paths everywhere around town just to be safe. And sometimes you might even see me pull some advanced maneuvers so I don't walk on the street. And I already know what the comment section is going to say, like, oh, you're breaking the laws of physics. First of all, shut up. And secondly, I don't recall screwing with gravity to have been in the Constitution. And thus, I don't care and we're moving on. So, once we have finally sold all of our items to the pawn shop, we can make our way down to the hardware store and pick up a trash grabber. Then we can go collecting garbage for the next few hours. It is really important that we collect garbage since there are these cash for trash stations all around town which give us money for garbage. And since we can't make money through the selling stuff, this is really our only option. That is until about 4 PM, the casino opens, and we can start the best part of this run. That's right, it's gambling. We're gonna do some gambling. Walk in and go straight to the table that has Ride the Bus on it, because that is the only table that has odds that don't screw us over. Well, statistically speaking anyway. That statistically speaking will play a much bigger role later on because it's gonna lead to some really dumb moments. So, the game basically works like this. You place your initial bet, and the dealer puts a card on the table face down. You have to guess whether it is a red or black card. If you guess wrong, the dealer takes your earnings, and if you guess right, then you move on to the next section of the game. In the next section, the dealer places another card face down, and you have to guess whether that card is a higher or lower number than the previous card that was played. You also have the option to forfeit and take your earnings from the previous round, which would be double the bet you made, but if you win the second section, then you take triple your initial bet. There are more sections of the game after higher and lower point, like inside and outside and suit, but we're not going to be going any further than higher or lower for the sake of consistency, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, enough explanation, back to the run. The first part of the game is a 50-50, so it doesn't matter whether you get it right or wrong, but the second part is a lot easier to predict, since if you have a very high or very low card like an ace or king or a 2 or 3, then the odds of winning are basically 100%. Anything in between isn't worth the risk, so we just take our profit and try again. And basically, we're just going to be using the strategy of picking red for the first section since it doesn't really matter, and then hoping that card is very high or very low for the next section. And we're going to be doing this till about 8 PM every day for about a week till we have all the funds we need to buy the businesses. And you can see we left the casino about 8:20 with around $1,000 worth of profit, which is not bad for the first day. We rush home just in time since we need to be back to the trailer before 9 o'clock to beat the curfew, so we just go to bed and wake up for the next day. In day 2, we begin just picking up garbage and making some extra cash before the casino opens. And when it turns 4 o'clock, we go back to the casino just like the day before and we go straight to gambling all that wealth away. And in a very poor turn of events, mixed with my poor money handling skills, the dealer deals 5 black cards in a row and we go bankrupt. So we're just gonna act like that never happened, and oh hey look, we're back to the beginning of day 2 again. Yeah, this game sucks sometimes. So we go through the day again, picking up garbage, but when we get back to the casino this time, we actually manage to not fail completely, and we make it out with about $3,000. So we call that good, and we go back to the RV, sleep till the morning, and do it again. We pick up some garbage, do a bit of gambling, you get the idea. We make a few thousand, go to the next day. We do the same thing for the next few days till we get to about day 6. Now at this point, we have made about $12,000 just using this strategy of picking up garbage and gambling. We need $14,000 just to buy both the businesses that we need in the game. But on this day specifically, we had a very unfortunate streak of bad luck when gambling. Because I am not kidding when I say I spent 30 minutes sitting at this table going in circles. I was getting flop after flop after flop, and the thing was, I wasn't consistently losing. There were points where I had some good hands, but because those good hands were mixed with all the bad ones, it just gave me more time to waste, and then I would start losing again and again. It never reached past 12,000 or below 1,000, but it was just circling itself over and over. I got to the point where I assumed the game was bugged, and I simply had to reset the day. So goodbye to a solid 30 minutes of wasted time, and thank goodness the next day it was working like normal, because I would not be doing that again. But yeah, I reset the day, went back, and made it to about 13,900. I didn't push it anymore at the casino because I was worried I was going to spiral back into that losing streak again, so I just decided I would pick up some trash and get the final 100 we needed that easy way. And once we had it, I deposited all the money we could into the ATM and went to bed for the day. However, you might have noticed that we didn't deposit all of it. And the thing about depositing money in this game is that you can only deposit 1,000 per week. Oh, and by the way, you have to deposit all the money because they won't take all your money in cash at the dealership. This is especially an issue when you consider we have 14k that we need to deposit so we can purchase both the businesses. But fortunately, I thought about this, which is why I waited till the end of the week before depositing any of the money so that the next day we would be able to deposit the next few thousand without any issues. Except for the part where there was issues, because apparently I had my timing off by about a day, so I had some time to spare waiting for the next day when I actually could deposit the rest. So I just kind of walked around the town for a bit till I made it to the basketball court and landed this sweet shot. I also figured out that if you hold a basketball to the ground and walk backwards, you can fly apparently. I was kind of bored, so I thought I would use this to go pay a visit to my pal Jesus back up in heaven, but unfortunately they weren't accepting visitors at the time, so I had to come back down, which really sucks. That caused me to lose my basketball to who knows where. But anyway, it got to that time of day where I can go home, so I went to bed and woke up, deposited the rest of the money, and made my way down to the real estate business and bought both the places that we needed. We had got the laundromat and the post office, which means I had done it. I managed to quote-unquote beat Schedule 1 without breaking any of the laws, and honestly, it was a lot easier than I thought it would be. I paid a visit to both of my new establishments and reveled in the sweet success of becoming a successful, law-abiding businessman. Wait, I never did any business. I picked up garbage off the side of the street and gambled all my money away. What did any of that have to do with business? Hey, thank you all for watching. If you like this video, please be sure to subscribe. I mean, you've already gone this far. If you want to see more content like this, then you can find me over at Twitch at twitchtv.com/RubyAstroth. And if you did see me break any laws in this video, please leave a comment down below so I know who to ban. But anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Laters.